Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Raid Shadow Legends video, I'm going to show you how you can obtain silver really quickly, even as a really early player. Now this is really important because in this game you need silver for so many things, it's just nuts. You need it for removing, swapping artifacts on your champions, for forging artifacts, for upgrading artifacts, for fusing champions, for the summon shards, for unlocking champion storage, for buying things in the market and more beside. You need silver absolutely non-stop, and I've deliberately let mine run down to a really low amount, like 26,000, which is nothing in this game. So how do we get silver quickly? Now when I looked this up myself, the general advice was to go to dungeons and the spider level, which is all well and good, and they say to farm level 20, and it's like, okay, you're kind of forgetting that people are early player levels in this game sometimes, and that is completely unobtainable if you've only been playing this game for a few weeks. But the key to getting silver quickly in battles, and also I'm going to show you the way to get silver really quickly as well, is basically to do battles which are over really quickly, which give a decent reward, the amount of silver at the same time. So you'll fit in several battles a minute, which is going to translate to a lot of silver per hour. This sort of thing is just too slow for me. So the spider for me, the spider's den for me as a newer player, an early player, is just out of the question. So what I'm going to do is concentrate on the campaign, and campaign for me is a really good place to get silver. But there is a knack to it as well, because if we look at the time, if you've done this several times, you can look at your average time and compare the first stage to the last stage and see how much silver you're getting compared to the time, and work out how many battles you can actually fit in a minute. Like if we go to the first battle here, let's do a quick battle here. I've deliberately picked champions that have multiple attacks, or attack all, like Elhain here. Attacks one enemy, don't really want that one, but there are other attacks, attack one enemy, then all enemies. Really good, and attacks all enemies 2 times. So this is going to get those early stages wiped out really quickly. Same as Gwendolyn here. She's got a couple of attacks which attack all enemies, which is really good, and again attacks all enemies. So in theory, if you can wipe out the enemy in a one shot, you're going to get these battles done really quickly. So let's take a quick look. So remember, this is a free to download game. Just click the link in the description below, or my QR code up top, and download it and get some really cool extra benefits at the same time. You'll get the epic hero taggle absolutely straight away, as well as some extra silver, some energy refills, brew magic and more. And at level 15 you'll get the epic hero Ugo, as well as more silver, more brew magic and magic potions. So make sure you bash that link in the description below, or the QR code up top, otherwise you're missing out on a really cool game. But as you can see here, that took 11 seconds. And we got 4,590 silver. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to got my old style calculator here. I'm going to type in 4,590. See, 11 seconds. So call that 12 seconds, because you've got to obviously restart the battle. So 12, 24, 36, 60. So we can do 5 battles a minute. So 4,590 times 5 is 22,950 silver per minute. 60 minutes in an hour, so we multiply that by 60, and that's 1,377,000 silver an hour, just by doing that first stage of Carrot Castle. You got to do it on hard. That's the only thing. So you got to play through it on normal stage first. But obviously, that's cost you a lot of energy, because you are actually going through a lot of battles. And the difference between that and the last battle, for example, isn't actually that great. You'd think the rewards would get better and better as you go through the harder battles. But let's just see the difference. So we've got 1.377 million there from just the very first stage. Yeah, and they can wipe it out really quickly. Just make sure your champions are one shot in those minions straight away. So we've got 5,049 there. So 5,049. 16, so we'll call it 15, so times 4, because the battles are actually slower, 20,000. This is not going to be as much. 1.2 million. So actually better off just repeating that first stage. And I'm going to show you a really quick way to get silver in a minute, like instantly as well, which is really cool. For me, the sweet spot for this actually came out in Durham Forest. I can't remember if it was the first stage or the lowest stage that gave me the best benefit from this. So let's try both. So let's try stage 1 first. Again, I've put more champions in it now. It doesn't matter that we can only get 3 stars with 2 or fewer champions. You've probably done this before already. So just stick in more champions to get the job done. This is all about silver farming. Doesn't matter about the stars. You can come back and get them later if you've not got them already. So let's see how quickly this gets done. Auto mode. Just the AI plays things really quick. It won't always pick the best attack, but it will get things done overall quicker. But the key to it is to pick a level where your champion's on those multi-attacks, but they attack all enemies, are wiping out the enemy in a single hit. See, that was just 14 seconds again. And 5,967 silver. And time is 14 seconds. So even with just pressing replay, I can get 4 battles a minute, easy. So times that by 4. We've got 23,868 silver a minute. Multiply that by 60 for the hourly rate. 1,432,080 silver an hour. So if you're desperate for silver and you sat there for 3 hours, you're going to get like 4,296,000. I think as an early player that's pretty decent, and you just literally just repeat the process again and again, and you can even put it on auto battle and do it that way. But if you can't do Durham Forest, if your champions aren't wiping them out in a single one shot, then like I say, you can do Karuak Castle stage 1 and still get a decent amount of silver on the hard level because you'll be getting it done so quickly. Right, now on to how you can gain a huge bunch of silver absolutely instantly. Now, this is really useful for me because I've dropped down to a really low amount, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to champions and I take a look at basically any item, and this is going to bring up our list of artifacts. Now, as a newer player, I didn't realise there was a filter thing when you can fight and you can sell things automatically. This is another way of gaining silver per battle. We'll come to that a little bit later on. But basically, I've gained a whole load of stuff here, and probably 70-80% of it I'm never going to use. It's just junky stuff which is basically no use, but to basically sell. I've got, loads of stuff here. I'm not going to use half of this. The 1-star stuff, the 2-star stuff, maybe even the 3-star stuff I'm simply never going to put on. I'm only going to wait for 4-star, 5-star and 6-star stuff, I guess. But certainly an awful lot of stuff here is just sitting there being completely wasted, and we've come to the bottom there. Right, so let's chuck that back to the top again. And what we're going to do is basically get rid of all the stuff which I'm not going to use. And there's an awful lot of it. I've got a load of stuff here which I'm just never going to use. All this stuff here, this lower level stuff, never ever. In a month of Sundays, I'm not going to be using any of that. We may as well sell it. So we're going to go to the sell button, and then we're going to go to filter, and I'm going to sell literally every type of stuff that I don't want of the lower rarities. So I'm going to highlight all them there like that. Then I'll go to rank and rarity, and so I don't want the 1- and 2-star stuff, don't want the uncommon and common stuff. I would ordinarily call it that because I'm still inexperienced myself and I don't know if some 3-star stuff is good, but I need the money. I can't imagine the 3-star stuff being worth keeping over the 4, 5 and 6-star stuff, so I'm even going to include the 3-star stuff in this and hope no one is shouting at the screen going, "Oh my god, what are you doing? You shouldn't be doing that." Because there are other reasons why some of that 3-star stuff may be good, but basically I'm just going to take a chance and hope I'm doing the right thing. So basically now we've got all this stuff filtered down to the 1, 2 and 3-star stuff across all the different artifact types there. We can go select all, and artifact selected 519, and gain 2,344,531 silver instantly just by getting rid of that junk we're not using. So this is like the equivalent of getting this in like a few seconds. So we're going to sell that. Yes, I absolutely do want to do that. And go back, and we've gone up to now 2.39 million. And I was on like literally a handful of silver when I very first started this this video. So a really good way of getting silver really quickly. All right, another way to get silver pretty quickly in the game is to take part in tournaments. Now this has the effect, this is going to have like a triple effect in a way. Because take this dragon tournament for example, we're going to take part in this. It's pretty easy to get to 525 points, tournament points, and when you do that, you're going to pick up 200,000 silver. So remember, you're going to be picking up silver when you do the battles anyway. So this is like an extra reward when you get to 525 points. Another 200,000. That's actually instant, quick bit of silver there. So we're not going to have to play that long to get there. I only started this last night and I didn't feel like I've done that much. I'm already on 394 points. But you do have to be careful on these things, because little exclamation mark there, use only champions from the following factions: Demon Spawn, Undead Hordes, Dark Elves, and Knights Revenant. So let's see what happens if we didn't see that bit. You just didn't see that bit, you think, okay, I'll pick a nice stage and I can go through pretty quickly. Okay, you look at your best times and the lowest turns, and the best time here was 18 seconds. Stage 6 took twice as long. Maybe I haven't done it for a while to test that, but hey, let's try stage 5 because it was nice and quick. Let's get it done. And you didn't pay attention to that limit, that troop limit where you can only have certain champions from certain factions, and you just went with a nice, powerful team. You'll get the job done quickly, but you'll see in a minute why this is a mistake. Okay, we're scoring nice quick kills. Yeah, we're romping through nice and quick. Here comes a dragon. He's not going to last long against our motley crew. You want something? Finish him off. Alice does the job. But you'll notice, no tournament points. That's because you didn't adhere to the rules. So as you saw there, we didn't get any tournament points from that because we didn't adhere to this rule here. Use only champions from the following factions: Demon Spawn, Undead Hordes, Dark Elves, and Knights Revenant. So we'll press go. We'll do the same stage again, just so we're not cheating, but this time we are going to hit the filter button. And we're going to go to faction and check those boxes. There you go. And we'll get rid of our entire team, and we're only left with those champions from those factions. So basically, when we do this now, we're going to pick up points. We'll have him in first place, say. Who else should we have? They're pretty strong. I'll just pick anybody for now, just to get it done, fine tune it later. Even give Skeletor a bit of action. What the heck? Should still be pretty quick. But as you see, when we win this, we'll also now pick up tournament points at the same time. Really easy early newer player mistake to make. Get out of the way. Come on in, Mr. Dragon. Let's see what you got. Don't know if I'm missing something with Skeletor, but for Legendary, it doesn't seem that great to me. Maybe there's a way to use him that I haven't done yet, or in a particular team where his skill would become particularly relevant. See, because you are limited to those champions from those factions, you can't pick your strongest ones, your nukers, your ones that get the job done really quickly on everything else. But you're still going to get the job done, but the important thing is you pick up tournament points. Tournament points times 5. Really important, because then you can work your way towards that 200,000 silver reward. So really important to make sure you do that. And again, play around with the stage levels. Like for example, like let's take a look at stage 1. See, this could be the same kind of strategy as those early levels I showed earlier on Carrot Castle, where it's important to make sure you're one shot the enemies as much as possible. That was a nice hit there from Mr. Kale. Oh, Sniper getting involved with a bit of action as well and finish off. So that was much, much faster. But we've only got 3 tournament points for that. And only 2,700 silver. So let's do the next level. Let's do a bit of that. And see how this compares. It's all about getting that fine balance between how long it takes to get each stage done versus how much silver you get. See, this is going to be nearly as fast as that previous stage, but we're going to get more silver for this. So this is definitely worth my time, basically. Making sure we do this one instead of that last stage. Because you're probably going to get more tournament points at the same time. Skeletor stole the glory. Yeah, see, we've got 4 tournament points there. So it's getting better. 3,150 gold, silver rather, and basically just work your way through the levels, find out where your sweet spot is for getting things done quickly. Because it's all well and good being able to do stage 9, for example, but let's just see how long it takes compared to how much silver we get. Because if you can only do, like, you know, 3 battles every 5 minutes, that's not going to translate to much silver an hour. It's silver you're after, quick battles, quick silver, repeat the process. This is one of the things I kind of learned early in this game as well. I started selling off quite a lot of my early champions, but soon learned not to do that because you need them for this kind of thing. Faction wars and things like that as well. And when you get like troop limits on these things, like if you sell off a load of your early ones, even someone that's like a 1 or 2 star, you've leveled up a bit, it's still going to be useful at some point in these things. So this is taking a long time already. I'll let it run its course to see how long it takes, but I already know that this is not going to be worse, the silver to time ratio. Already gone past 1:20. Yeah, I'm just intrigued to see what happens now, because this is way too long. Way too long. The dragon's only halfway down. And we lost someone. Just noticed that. Someone fell over. Gracious. Skeletor's run just makes me laugh for some reason, I don't know why. I remember watching He-Man as a kid. I don't remember seeing Skeletor run anywhere. We lost someone else. So we've got to push to do this now. This is like maybe a complete waste of time. It's already a waste of time, because I don't think we're going to win this. Yeah, so see, even with that team, I can't actually do this yet, so yeah, we got downed. Waste. So that was stage 9. No point. So if we tried stage 8, I mean, if I chose my strong team, or the best team that I've got at my level with Alice and Elhain, people like that, I could probably do that stage. But with these champion limitations, that was one stage too far, quite literally. Just see how long it takes to do this stage, which should be achievable. See, 24, 25 seconds up to the dragon. It's always funny when you start playing these games as an early player, and then a few years later, sort of thing, when these things take like now, like 10, 15 seconds for the entire thing, because you're so much more powerful, you kind of look back at these early days with a certain fondness of remembering those days when you were an early player too, struggling to get past these early stages. But for me, that's where some of these games are, where some of the biggest enjoyment comes from. I mean, eventually when you get to the point where you've got every troop in the game and things like that, actually the fun diminishes somewhat, because there's nothing more to achieve. You're not like hunting down that particular champion and not trying to get that one leveled up and all things like that and ascended. I love this early stage of these kind of games where you're still picking up new champions. You're still powering things up. He's still getting better and better all the time. And down he goes like a big sack of spuds. Right, so Dragon's Lair Stage 8, we got 5,850 from that. But again, it just took too long. So again, for me, the sweet spot for me would be around about this stage 5 here to make sure I do as many battles as I can in a minute, which will translate into an hour to make sure I get as much silver as possible. But there it is, there's the video. Really enjoying the game so far, and you can enjoy it too just simply by bashing that download button in the link below or the QR code up top, and when you do that you'll get the Epic Hero tag all absolutely straight away, as well as a bunch of other stuff including silver, brew magic and more. And at level 15 you will get another epic champion, Ugo, and also another bunch of silver and some magic potions and brew magic and stuff like that. So really, really good. So download the game, really cool. Don't know what you're missing out on until you try it, and it is one of the most fun free-to-play games I think I've ever played, and I'm really, really enjoying it. But there it is. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to bash that like and subscribe button on the way out, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.